Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to explain why altruism breeds resentment. This is in response actually to a lot of ideas that a lot of alt-right type people have, Groypers I guess as well, and a lot of communists have as well, like the idea that the atomization of society, the separating of people into individuals, kind of destroys this collective unity of people. And this altruistic idea that we all are part of this community that must sacrifice to it, and this is collectivistic ideal is kind of a better thing that leads to more people being happy in a society. This is not true. A atomized society, so to speak, a society where we don't feel some altruistic duty to the collective, is actually one that breeds less resentment than a society in which people are individuals and supposed to look out for themselves primarily. This ultimately stems from the fact that altruism breeds resentment. When you feel that you have a duty to sacrifice your life, to sacrifice yourself for everybody else in society, to be part of this collective, be part of this whole, basically, this leads to you feeling resentment for these other people, because any claim by another person, any need from another person is a claim on your life, essentially, by this morality. Because altruism demands that your duty in life is to sacrifice, to give to other people, to live for other people. And when you apply this to a collective, to a society, and basically say that each individual is part of this collective whole, it essentially makes this claim that every single demand from another person on him, every single demand of this collective on him is a demand on him. It's something that he must provide. He has a duty to respond to it, because this is the purpose of his life, is to serve other people. And this breeds resentment, because when every single person is a claim on your life, when society is a claim on your life, why would you feel positive feelings towards society? You feel that it's more of a burden on you. It's something that is taking away from your pursuit of happiness, whether implicitly or explicitly. When you are someone who understands what altruism does, you realize that you realize this explicitly, that this is something that people are demanding of you, and you realize this is a negative thing explicitly, and you can reject it, basically. But with most people, you feel this implicitly. You feel this implicitly, that everyone's making demands on your life, that everyone wants you to sacrifice yourself to them, sacrifice your aspirations to them, and this leads to a resentment of other people. It makes you not feel like other people are a potential. You feel that they are a burden. You feel like, well, you still feel like they're a potential, but their potential is to be a potential burden, a potential demand on you. Now, for me, as an egoist, as a selfish person, I tend to view people by what they can achieve. I remember, the thoughts for this video occurred to me when I was thinking about immigration after class today, when I was walking back to my dorm. And because immigration's been on my mind quite a bit recently, because of a lot of the stuff that's been going on with my channel lately, with the whole Nick Fuentes video that blew up and got a lot of Groyper comments, and the debate coming up on Friday. So I was thinking about immigration a lot, and I was just looking around, and I was just like, there's different, like, a diverse group of people on my campus, not as diverse as where I grew up, which was strange at first, but there's still some diversity. And I was just looking around, and I saw like a black person, an Asian person, and then I just looked at them and then like thought, these are the people that are destroying civilization. They're just living their life. They're just talking to people, interacting with people, or walking to class, trying to pursue their own life, their own happiness. And I don't know, this, when you look at people in terms of individuals, and what potential they can give to you, like, the fact is that these people are going to class and trying to produce more and be productive in the world, which benefits me because I can buy products from them. I basically, or I can trade spiritual values with them. If I befriend one of these people, I can trade spiritual values in the terms of friendship, in the form of friendship, basically. Because friendship is a very selfish thing as well, which I can definitely get into. I'll probably get into that in this video as well. So yeah, basically, this gave me some sort of like integrating moment where I realized that these alt-right people, these groypers, these people who are anti-immigration, view people as a burden. They view America as this collective that we all must sacrifice to, that the purpose of our life is to sacrifice to this collective. And when they see people of different races, people different from them come in, they see them as sort of this weird new thing that's trying to join the collective, and they feel like, oh no, I only want to sacrifice to my fellow white Americans. Those are the only people who I want to help. I don't want to have these people place demands on me. Like, get out of my country. These people don't even have the same culture as me. And then they see the multiculturalists saying, no, just separate into your tribes, just separate into your groups and sacrifice for, and they just see this as sort of a degrading of the nation, kind of, because they feel that, oh, they must sacrifice to everybody here. This is essentially the altruistic ethical mentality of this, and this is kind of what I was thinking about when I came back. It's not fully formed out, but it definitely like helped me integrate this principle of altruism being a factor that makes people feel resentful towards other people, because altruism simply views other individuals as a potential burden, while egoism, selfishness, views other people as a potential good, a potential producer in your life, a potential someone who you can trade with it, both spiritual values and material values, because those are inseparable. That's another issue that I see a lot of times with groypers as well. They have this whole like, oh, consumer meme, which is true to an extent, because there is I don't want to explain I can explain the consumer meme. It's like, oh, I want buy next product. Oh, let me get the next product, and like that whole mentality. It's like they're making fun of people with that mentality of all they want to do is they're just short range trying to get the next product from our consumerist society. They have that criticism of capitalism. Now, that's obviously bad. When you detach material from spiritual value, that's a bad thing. But you can't do the opposite either, where you cast away material values completely. You're a human being. You have a body. You have physical values as well. You can't completely sacrifice your body, sacrifice the pleasure that you can achieve in life for some like spiritual platonic perfection or whatever the fuck they're trying to sacrifice it for. They have to be integrated. You can't live a happy life just by pursuing spiritual values. You have to pursue material values as well, because you're going to. It's essentially that idea that you can't live as a ghost. You have a body. But whatever. This is going way off topic. I went on kind of a tangent there. Altruism breeds resentment of other people in society. That's basically the main point of this video, and I think I explained that decently well in this video. Because when you are selfish, you see other people as a potential good for you. You see them, you can basically, when you look at other people, you can view them as gray and not someone who you must unconditionally love and sacrifice for. You can view them as gray, who you can take positive things from and just dismiss the bad things about them. It's a similar thing with friendship. This is one thing that I think that I have largely done well with regards to friendship. This is something I've somewhat done most of my life, is when I look at other people, I tend to look for these good aspects of them and try to essentially, this will sound bad, but like, I'll just say it. I'll like use them for their good aspects and basically dismiss their bad aspects, or be around them for the reasons that are good about them. And when these bad aspects come up, I ignore them and stay away from them as much as I can. Now, some people are essentially good. Some people are largely good for the most part. So you stay with them for these good things, and you like actually want to spend time with them because of these good things. And they can have some bad aspects, but you largely dismiss them because they're insignificant in regards to the whole. Now, a lot of people are mostly gray. They're mostly like there's a lot of bad and a lot of good. So essentially what I've always done is I've picked out the good and tried to stay with them for that good, and never really become like close friends with them, but like just be around them for the good aspects that I see in them. And that basically has led to me to thinking of people in terms of potential, in terms of thinking of what's good in them, and basically trying to be around them for that, and basically casting them away for their bad aspects. And if someone's essentially bad and the good aspects are are not essential, then you just ignore that person completely. That's a person that you're supposed to dislike and keep out of your life. But what altruism demands is that you love everybody. That that egalitarian, like, Christianity sort of way of viewing other people. You love everyone unconditionally. Turn the other cheek for an enemy. Be friends with your enemies. That's not a good way to view life, because when more people come into your life, then it's like, oh, I have to love this person unconditionally too. I have to put up with this person too. Why the fuck would I do that? And it just leads to a resentment of people in general, and it's very difficult to have good friendships in that sense, because you have to, like, treat everyone equally in a sense. Not entirely. That's like that's obviously the logical consequence of it, but there's a sense in which you have to treat everyone equally and not take from friendship the positive aspects of it, and basically cast out the negative ones, or basically take in the positive aspects of dealing with other people and get rid of the negative ones. These people have to take in basically all those aspects of dealing with other people by their implicit morality of altruism. They have to essentially, do that. And this leads to resentment. It leads to people getting very mad with non-essential things that other people do, while I largely just ignore them. This is one thing that I've noticed is a difference between me and other people. I don't get very mad in general at, like, little things that people do. Other people, they'll, like, flip out and be like, oh, this person did this, and it's like, this is such a small thing. Now, when somebody directly gets in my way, if someone I feel like is being a fucking dick to me, then I get mad. But largely, I don't get that mad for little things. Maybe people in my life disagree, but I don't think I get very mad for, like, really little things. I think I'm a lot calmer than most people with regards to that. And that's largely because I don't really view people as this, I don't know how to explain it anymore. I don't view like I have to think of people in terms of their whole. I can take the good aspects and dismiss the bad aspects, and largely ignore their bad aspects, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I think that is all I have to say for today. That was all I really planned out in my head before this. But, yeah, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Peace.